I mean for everybody as in like...
I want to do it for everybody that I can match the energy with.
Doing it for everybody, the ones that are watching that don't think that they can be in this chair.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not that special. Anyone can come sit on this side.
But
this is Anatomy of a Hustler. My name's Jenise.
And I'm Cope.
And we are here in Elk Grove at Lisa Leticia's Beauty by Leticia. You're giving me a thumbs up.
You said my
name. I said it
right.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes. And we are in her, what do you call this? Like your boutique? You're
in my
spot?
hometown.
Oh. We're gonna
Oh, God wanted to make sure we recognized him first. Thank you, God, for bringing us here today for this moment. Thank you for wanting me to come on your podcast.
Yeah.
This is huge. Thank you.
Yeah. There's two things that made me want to bring you on. One is energy.
Yeah.
You have a lot of it.
Yeah.
And two is what you stand for.
Yeah.
And I hope today we get to dive in a little bit of that. But for the viewers who don't know you, can you introduce yourself and what your business is?
Yes. So my name is Lisa, and I am the owner and creator of Beauty by Lisa Leticia. We are in my studio right now. We just celebrated a year to being here. And so I've been in the industry for over 17 years. I'm a makeup artist. I do lashes. I do brows. I do spray tans. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm an aunt, I'm all the above. I say I'm everyone's Thea. Realistically, that's what I really say. And I love the beauty industry and I love what I do and I'm very passionate. And I just love life and I love everything sparkles and disco. And I just like to have a good time.
That's beautiful. And anyone that's listening and not watching, you're missing out completely because Lisa has disco balls everywhere. She's
more to come.
Yeah.
Send me them your way.
Right, right. So if anyone's got a disco ball plug, you need to drop a DM.
Please. Yes.
That's awesome.
Give us a little background, what led you down the path that you're on today, but take us back a little bit further because we all share some interesting connections, but paint the picture for people that don't know you.
Okay, so the beauty industry started with Jackie, really. Like, she knows being in the dancing, growing up dancing. I grew up at Step One Dance Studio here in Sacramento, California. And I started at a very young age. I want to say like 5 or 6. And, you know, my mom was a stage mom, and when you're a dancer and you're on the stage, you are performing, which comes with hair, makeup, like the whole shebang. And my love for makeup started really early. So when people ask me, like, how long have you been in the industry? I'm like, my whole life. I know everyone says that. It's like everyone says that answer, but I feel like I've been in the beauty industry my whole life. Growing up with music in my house, and Prince was like the idol. We have the argument of like who's pop, like who's the king of pop. In my house, it was Prince, and everybody else's house, it's Michael Jackson.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
I know. But who is Jackie? Oh,
I was going to say that.
Sorry.
I was going to let her go on her tangent. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to go back to who is Jackie, but it started off when I was young. So I know Jackie, who is your significant other, and we grew up dancing. So it came with the makeup, it came with the lashes, it came with being on stage and performing. So that's when I found love with the beauty industry. I didn't know what I was going to do in it. I just it was part of being like vanity and a woman. It kind of just went together, right? Mm. And then my best friend, Kim, I started like doing her eyebrows and like waxing. And I seriously, like at age like 5 or 6. And playing with makeup and really just finding my own creative side through the beauty. And then fast forward, danced my whole life, went to high school, on the dance team. I was the one that was always doing everyone's makeup or hair, like when it was showtime. And I didn't know like what I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what it was called. Like I was just like, well, I just like makeup. I don't know. Yeah. I thought every girl knows how to do makeup and hair. And so then it carried on into after high school. I went to cosmetology school at Sac City. Shout out to Sac City. And I got my cosmetology license in 2010. And then that's at that point when I was like, yo, this isn't a hobby. This isn't like, oh, she's just cute. Like I'm going to make this a passion career. And we were just talking before this, like, I don't tell people this is my job. I tell people like, I go to work every day doing what I love.
Yeah.
Even when it's like, slammed, holy shit, I love what I do.
But you can tell you love what you do.
Yeah.
Which is like very
That's why it
infectious.
looks like this.
It's so infectious. And
I want it to be like that.
want people to feel the same way when they go, I'm going to start a business or I'm going to go towards something. I think life is very defeating. Starting a business is super defeating.
So defeating.
But to have someone like you who's like, I love this and I'm going to do it and I'm going to come with this energy, then you're like, oh, why can't I bring the same energy to what I do in my life?
Yeah. And so when I got into the industry, like licensed, I was trying to figure out where I fit in because, you know, it's very, very, women are like battling.
Yep.
And I'm in the beauty industry. I'm in the most superficial. So you got to be on 10 times all the time. You're looking at me at my makeup because I'm a makeup artist. I have to know everything, right? And you have to like look perfect all the time. And it was one of those things where I was like, damn, like it's fun, but this isn't like what I wanted. Like not every woman has perfect skin. I'm not one of those women. I don't have like the perfect body or like the perfect hair and all that stuff. I don't know everything, but on my way to knowing, I'm going to teach myself and then share it with others. And so social media really came in. I feel like I always tell people I missed the game in social media because I was being a stay-at-home mom and raising my kids. And so I was on social media, but I was like more of a YouTuber. And then when social media, like Instagram, and I finally got on it, I was like, I want to serve people. Like, yes, I want to make you look beautiful, but I also want to like do like tips, tricks. And like when you come in, like, hey, Jenise, like, okay, what's going on? Like, I am having a kind of an acne breakout. Like, what do you recommend? Even though I'm not an esthetician or skincare, but I'll tell you what I've used on myself and what's worked for me, maybe work for you. And so I ran with that and it just blew up to a beauty studio. And so when people bring me up and say, oh, I know Lisa, they're not, yes, I do your spray tan or do your makeup or lashes or brows, but it's more as and you can say this got brought up with you, with the group of girls you were talking about. It's an experience in here. So yes, I'm going to give you an appointment, but more than that.
Do you feel like that's what was typical of other people in your industry?
No. Nope, not at all. Because you were just there for, well, what did you pay for a wax? Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's it. Okay, thank you, bye. Maybe bye. So when women come in here, I wanted it to be like, you came in here and you're like, I don't know you. I'm going to do this most intimate service with you, but I'm going to educate you. But I also want you to feel, number one, I want you to feel comfortable. Like this isn't going to work if we don't work. You know what I mean? Like if you don't vibe with me or if you don't feel comfortable with me, I don't know if the spray tan's really, you're really going to enjoy the spray tan or your makeup on your bridal, on your wedding day, the biggest day of your life. So I'm very big about energy and bringing people in, smiling. Hey, how are you? How's your day? How's everything going? And then we'll get to the point in a second. Like, okay, tell me what this is for. Where are we going? What are you wearing? You're marrying your best friend. So I incorporate all of that into my appointment. And that's where I don't want to say I'm different from everybody else, but I am different from everybody else in the industry.
I think you've earned the right to own it.
Yes. And I it's so hard to say that out loud because I guess because colleagues of mine are like, I don't want to say doing it bigger and better. They're just maybe they didn't have kids and they didn't have a husband. So they got a little bit ahead of me on certain things and they got on social media and they have the 10,000 followers and all that. So I'm still catching up when it comes to that part of it. But when it comes to like my services and what I do, I'm not trying to say I'm the GOAT, but I'm fucking killing the game when it comes to that shit.
Love it, yes.
I think
respectfully and staying humble and grounded, but I am.
Yeah.
And every client can vouch for that. And if you can't, it's because you haven't met me yet.
So can you take us back to, like, you said that you got onto social media.
Yeah.
You found Instagram.
Yeah.
Love
Instagram.
And then at what point did you realize, like, how you handle your business with your clients was, like, your differentiating point?
Showing them through video. If anybody follows me, I am not the best poster, but video stories on Instagram all day, every day. I want my clients to feel like they're here. So when you can feel and imagine what it looks like and imagine you being there, you're going to book the appointment.
Right.
And then I also have to show clients, like, I service every woman, color, race, all of that. Not just the typical spray tan client or the model. Like, I spray tan all moms, all shapes, all sizes, all races, like you know, the ones that want to feel good again, that's my client. I mean, love the supermodels, love the influencers, love all that. But my clientele are my moms, my women that are like, yo, this is me. This is what I have. How can I make myself look good in all of this? The stretch marks, the cellulite, the mom scars, or whatever. How can I embrace this, Lisa? Let me show you, because I have those same things too. And I just talked about this the other day. I'm over filters. I'm over Facetune. I'm over anything with
Cosine.
anything that has anything touching up. Don't touch it up. No.
That's awesome. So you talk about being a mom. It's part of your business.
Yeah.
It's part of your clientele.
Yeah.
Will you tell us a little bit more about what it was like being a mom and starting your business?
Oh,
What
hard
did
as
that look
shit.
like?
Still. I mean, I'm here with you. What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
What time is it? Dinner time?
Yeah, it's dinner time.
Bath time? Yeah. So all that has to be handled before I leave. So then you got to wake up earlier. You got to get ready earlier during the day, and you got to schedule and organize it out and plan all the clients around this so we can make this happen. So it's being organized, being on top of it, but making sure you're taking care of business first. And what is your business first? Your family, your partners. You got to make sure everybody's taken care of to get here, right?
Yeah.
That's a job in itself.
So what did it look like for you to start your spray tan business with kids?
The best thing possible. I make my own schedule. I was at home with my kids.
But you didn't
still
have
at
a
home with my
studio.
kids.
You didn't have a studio
No,
before.
I was in the garage. I was mobile. I was showing up to your house. I was on Groupon. They were coming to my house. They were coming into my garage before COVID. Yeah. And we were late at night, my husband driving us around trying to spray tan anybody in Sacramento, Northern California. Influencers, whatever the hell it was.
Unmatched hustle.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say it was a hustle though. It was just like, I love this and I wanted to share it with everybody. And it was, let me spray tan you and let me do your makeup so then you can see what it's like to be with me. Even if it was like a pop-up at your house. I would bring a disco ball, a chair, my vanity, my whole setup. I would come dressed up. I was like part of your theme. And you're like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I'm just here to do your makeup. You're like, okay, this is like a whole shebang show. I'm like, yeah, because this is your biggest day of your life. Why are you not the star? You were on set. You were on Broadway. You were on the stage. And that's where I grew up, on stage. So I know how good it feels like to be on stage and get all that applause. Even if we're not physically on stage, like I'm going to applaud you and be your biggest hype man, the biggest day of your life. And you are going to look fucking amazing when I'm done with you. And you're going to feel amazing.
You kind of just blew our minds. I think we're making weird faces because we just realized that you stick to your word.
Yeah.
And that you do bring an experience. So
Yeah.
before you had this studio,
No.
when you were driving around in your minivan with your kids, with your husband,
I made minivans
you
cool.
still brought a disco ball.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah. Why?
Like, where do you learn that? Like, where do you?
Because I want everyone to feel like a fucking superstar all the time. That feeling, like, you know, professional sports players, like when they hear the crowd, you hear them. When you hear rappers and singers talk about like being on stage is the biggest high. Like there's no weed, no alcohol can get you this high. That's the same feeling I'm trying to give to everybody through my services. And they're like, yo, this was a spray tan. And why am I walking out like confident as fuck? I'm going to go get that job. I'm going to go get that guy. I'm going to go nail that interview. I'm going to nail that photo shoot. And I'm not even joking you. Like, this is a real thing, because I tell everybody, even older women that are older than me, they're like, yo, my daughter came to you and I don't know what shit you told her, but she came home and she was like, Mom, we're getting a membership. And she's like, she doesn't even like want a spray tan, but she, whatever it was. And it was, like I said, it was, I tell people, like, I paint confidence on you. I paint the security on you that you've always had. I'm just unveiling it on your most vulnerable moment. And that's, respectfully, when you're butt ass naked in front of me and there's nothing else you can, like, there's, what can you do and hide at this point? This is me. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
you may have unlocked a different form of therapy or something with that. That's
I'm
incredible,
like
right? Like,
and you don't have to be naked by any means. You can wear bottoms, and I will go over that with you. But it's, I hate to say it like this, not hate, but it's like when you get baptized and you just feel pure. Mm-hmm. When you're the first time you're like nude in front of somebody and you're just like, yo, I can't hide this. Like, this is me. How can you make me feel sexy and confident? I'm like, girl, I'm about to show you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on? Tell me, like, what your skin. And the whole time I'm spray tanning you, I'm also like giving you advice. Like, I think you should wear this lip gloss for your wedding. Like, I really like this hair color.
You are their Tia. You're the big Tia that you never had for people.
The Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girls who never had like that big sister.
I didn't have sisters. I didn't have a big sister growing up. I'm the baby and I'm the only girl.
And you're the only girl.
Yeah.
But you surround yourself with women every day.
I surround myself with women every day. I would not change my job for anybody. If you are watching this and you've ever thought about being in the beauty industry, this is your sign to get into it. It is the best space. And if you don't have confidence and security, get in the beauty industry because the other women will motivate you.
Wow.
Awesome. I'm trying to just figure out why you give so many fucks, because like I was just talking to him earlier about his business.
Do I give so many fucks?
You give so many fucks for people and your clients, not in a way where you care. Like, I think that was a different connotation.
Yeah. No.
But I was telling him like the reason why I think he stands out in his business is because compared to other marketers, because marketing can be very dirty. Like marketers can like easily throw like numbers and CAC and like, here, we can do this for your business. But he gives so many fucks, and I know why he gives so many fucks is because he's been in that position. But for you, like, what made you care so much?
Because I'm sitting here right here, and we wouldn't be blessed if we didn't put out the good energy that we do. You wouldn't be here with this type of crew. You got a badass crew. You think God did that mysteriously? No, because you put out the energy and you give a fuck about people and you're really genuine and you're about your shit. So then you got rewarded. That's why we're all here today.
That's real.
And you have a beautiful partner.
That's real.
No, I'm serious. My partner too. Like that. This is all. I prayed on this. Very intentional. And I know everyone sounds differently with spiritual, but this is all. Somebody else is doing this. Please,
Right.
We're just here serving.
That's
Someone
amazing.
put this together.
Yeah.
It didn't work out last week. We've been trying to get this shit together for how long?
For a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but it worked out today. How?
No, today was much better day.
So much better. The weather is beautiful. The kids are good. The partners, I hope everybody else is good while we're doing this. And they are. And we're able to do this and create beautiful wording and chemistry right now. This is just how I talk to everybody. If I would have met you next door at the bar, I would have told you the same thing.
But the reason I want to do this is because I want to package you and then like
Right.
put you out to the world.
Right.
Because did you just feel like you just got like a therapy session right there?
I wasn't kidding when I said I think she unlocked a new form of therapy. Like it's something to be said about, like you said, you're raw, you're vulnerable, and in that moment you're seeing them, but you're also seeing beyond that
seeing
physicality.
them.
Right.
When you book the appointment, you go through like a little questionnaire. Is this your first time? What's the event for? What's your goals? You know, have you ever spray tan before? So you kind of get a little intro, but when you come in, they sit down, they're like, okay, shit, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I've had people like seriously like, I don't know. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because this is a lot. So I'm like, okay, turn all this shit off. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Because it's not about the appointment. There's something else going on. We don't even fuck the appointment. Do you need to talk? Like, I know I don't know you, but are you okay? Like, is everything cool? And then there goes it. I'm crying and they're crying. And then next thing you know, she's naked. And I mean, we're doing our appointment now and we're spray tanning them. And they're like, yo, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, I needed to just check in on you because people don't check in on anymore. It's like, oh, they like the post or they comment. That's like they're checking in. Like, no, you booked me. I want to make sure like I'm your friend. Like we get along and then we'll do the service. I know that you're here for that appointment, but let's make sure this all works first.
Right.
Very important for me. You have to feel comfortable. You have to feel comfortable when you do services. If it's a therapy service, if it's, I don't care what it is. If it's a nail appointment, if you don't like your nail tech, are you going to go back? No. Sorry, you're not. I don't care how good she or he is. It's like a restaurant. I always say back of the house runs the house. I grew up in the restaurant business. So it could be beautiful, but if the reviews are bad, which we just talked about bad reviews, if the service is not good, if the food is mediocre, we're probably not going to go. But if the food is okay, but the service was outstanding, I'm probably going to go see that person again because I liked that person.
Yeah.
Who showed you this? I'm sorry, I gotta jump in. I'm trying to figure out, like, because this is like you hold space for people unquestionably. Where did you learn that?
Learn what? I feel like everyone should be like this. Why are we not just being kind?
But why don't people don't know this?
Why?
But
I don't know why.
But I think a lot of people
I was born
don't
and
have
raised this way.
behavior. That's what I mean, is like the
parents.
behavior to model. So was this your parents?
Yeah.
Or did you have a dope ass Thea that was like a reflection of this?
No, I had a dope ass mom, a dope ass family, very close. I always say music was the soundtrack of my life. Back to what I said, I prayed on this shit. Very intentional. I want to be surrounded by good energy people. Let me find them, even if it took 17 years to get here. And we're here.
17 years, wow.
And we're here.
How did your parents feel about you jumping in from high school straight to cosmetology school and then starting a business after they've served so many, like you talked about?
Yeah,
being in
what's
the
up?
service business.
You better be good at what you do. And you are.
Did they encourage you, or did they?
Hell yeah, all the time. My mom was a stage mom.
Oh yeah.
Drove me everywhere.
But not like a bad stage mom,
No.
not like dance mom.
No, but if she was, because there were, that also taught you like, yo, be on your game. If you're going to be on stage and representing my business, you better be on 10. Don't you want to be a 10? Yeah, I want to be a 10. Okay, how can I be a 10? You got to be the best on stage. I wanted to be front center every performance. So I worked my ass off to get in that position. Jackie knows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does that take? That means an extra day of work. These workshops, guess what? We were there. Cool. Okay, they were looking for a certain look. All right, what kind of look are they looking for? Let's do it. Let's nail this shit. Let's be so good at what we do that it just becomes natural. And like I was talking to you about the whole job thing, everything I do, I love for myself first. I love spray tanning. I love the brands that I use because I use them on myself. Now I'm going to share it with you.
Yeah.
Because it worked for me. I'm not saying it works for everybody. But if it doesn't, I am the first one to be like, yo, homegirl down the street, she's bomb. She'll hook you up on a spray tan. We didn't work out. Totally understandable. Get it? You know, sometimes I am a lot for people. I will be 100% honest. This is sometimes too real. That's totally okay. When you're ready, then come see me. If this needs to be toned down, totally get it. No respect. We're just on the same level. Not yet.
I think especially in the industry that you're in, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a service industry. This is a service-based business. I think it's easy to get wrapped up in client. Just only worry about that.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about something that is what makes business sustainable that not a lot of people realize is like not everyone is your ideal client. Not everyone is even deserving of being in your presence. Don't get confused by chasing money or what's scalable.
Or the followers or the numbers. No. I will say most of my clients are like, my homegirl came to you and she told me about you and I'm a referral client from somebody. I just needed to see what this was like. I get it now.
Right.
That's what we all do. Back in the day before social media, who did your haircut? Who did your nails?
Word of mouth, baby.
You just went to that person. You trusted the person that told you who was good. So that's why I always go back off like, I don't have thousands of followers. I don't have a big YouTube following or whatever. But we're being consistent. Like we're still showing up every day like I'm a fucking $1 million.
Right. And I think that
all the time.
I think that that's how you build community. Like that's one of the things, like you can have influence and that's what people want, right?
Yeah.
But I think that that's a flash in the pan if you don't actually have substance or want to provide value. And you're providing like service. Like this is a therapy session, a tan session, a laugh, whatever. Like you're holding space for another human in a very vulnerable moment. Yeah.
It's a lot of energy.
How do you balance that out? Because I know you got people that are coming in and they're going to be high or low, right?
Yeah, this was interesting. I was just talking about one of my clients. She's a therapist and she was like, you know what an empath is? And I was like, no. She's like, Lisa, you are literally the definition of empath. And I'm like, what is that? And she's like, you take so much in. And I'm like, do I? I don't know. I just feel like we're just chit-chatting, like girl time. I'm lashing you. And next thing I know all the chisme. I know who's doing who and what's going on in the fucking, it's crazy. And then I'm like, oh my God, like this is a straight, like I could have my own Netflix movie show. And every beauty artist could say this, like, cause it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Wedding days, damn, there's drama. But I am here not for the drama. I'm here to okay, We're getting married. Who cares who's not getting along? Who's not fighting? What happened last night? We're good. New day, new start, come on. We got to get it together. So, energy wise, yeah, it's a lot. I have to piece it out because you naturally take it home.
Right.
Right. You're like, shit, my client's going through some shit. And then you're like texting. So me and my husband were just talking about this. You have to have barriers, boundaries.
Talk about
which
that.
is hard.
Yeah.
I don't even call these girls my clients. These are the homies.
But
What's up, homie? What's up, girl? What's up, mama? How are you doing? How's it going? Before I spray tan you, do your lashes, how was Vegas? How was your honeymoon? Tell me how was the wedding? How was everything? How's everything? You know, how's it going? How are the kids? How's the husband? How's school? How's work? How's whatever's going on? People like to be checked in on too. Right? And we always are like, I want people to check in on me type of thing. Well, have you ever like kind of looked out to see if you're checking on them?
Yeah.
And then they probably will respond to you.
But how do you have boundaries? What does that look like? What have
That's
you written
hard.
in the sand that's like,
Shit,
this is
I'm
the
still
boundary?
learning
Your
every
husband,
day.
Her husband is in the corner laughing right now. He's super supportive hubby.
Yeah,
But he
oh my
knows
God.
it's the balance, right? He's trying not to laugh.
Cutting it off at a certain time, because the reality is I do have 2 little kids waiting for me at home and a family. And it's really hard to, you emotionally get caught up. Like, how can you turn off something when you know someone is having a bad day and you want to help them? But then if I can't help them if I'm not getting rest too. So I'm going to be a better lash tech next time you come, because I'm going to go home, turn this off, kind of think about it, and then I'll answer your message tomorrow or whatever. It's not life and death. Like, you know, but energy wise, I haven't learned that yet. I don't know if people can shut that shit off. I don't think you can. When I'm at a place in my life, like I want to serve. So I don't know, like, does God turn off? Does he like turn out? Right. I don't know. I always go back to that because it's like such a big thing for us, like being faith and spiritual, but like looking at people when they're going through bad things. Like I always put myself in that position. But like I would want someone to reach out to me and just like, hey, I know yesterday we had that appointment, like just checking in, like, is everything cool? You know, I hope you're having a good day. Even if it was like that message, hey, how's your tan this morning? Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Have fun in Italy. Post as much as you want. Tag me. Send me pictures. I cannot wait to see you and your family on the beach.
But you mean it.
You truly mean it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is, every service is a fee. Yes. But it's, it's an investment. You're paying me for this. I have to make sure you're satisfied.
I think this strategy, if you can call it a strategy, has paid off. We talked about this earlier, but there was these women who are both in the service industry, and we were chit-chatting.
Which is so cool.
And they were talking about, like, one is a little bit more experienced. She used to do hair in San Jose. The other one just got her esthetician's license. And they're sitting there kind of talking about, like, oh, what school did you go to? La, la, la. Do you know Lisa? Do you know Beauty by Lisa Leticia? And they were, I was like listening in on the conversation, and they were looking up to you, and they're like, I don't know how she does it. Like, they're both moms. They were talking about you in a way of adoration that, like, this strategy has had an impact on people, whether you realize it or not, even though it's not in the form of like a follower number.
Yeah.
But is that?
Oh, I'm not about the followers at all.
Is that something you're looking forward to, like wanting to work towards?
For what?
As a way of success, is like getting that follower count up.
Fuck no. No. For what?
So what's your measurement of success?
I'm here. I just celebrated my 1 year anniversary in my brand new studio.
Yay.
I survived COVID.
Survival. Yes.
I'm here with the 2 kids, with the husband, with the family, I'm here.
And you're living the life that you want.
Yes.
And is the business where you want it right now?
It's only getting better. Things like this make us better. So these things, when people reach out, like, I'm not saying every podcast and every YouTube video or interview is going to be the best, but this stuff happens when you are succeeding. So thank you for acknowledging me, and thank you for eavesdropping on that conversation to be able to tell me that story, because other women don't compliment other women, and other business women don't compliment other business women when they are feeling threatened or competition. That has never been me. I don't feel competition. I don't feel any type of like, this girl's doing better than me. If anything, I'm like, yo, you're fucking dope. You're killing it. Good for you. I pray that happens to me too.
No
What's
comparison.
going on? Yeah. I just told you multiple people have opened up around us, spray tanning, lashes, and makeup. If they hit me up and they're like, hey, you know, I'm a lash artist, love to meet you, cool. If I can't do that client, whoever's next on the line is going straight to them. There's no makeup artist. Don't really refer out makeup artists. I referred out a wedding a few weeks ago, and the bride, first thing she said, she's like, wow, you were the first makeup artist to send me a list of makeup artists that I could reach out to. Everybody else kind of like, sorry, there's no one serving right now. Like, I'm the best. If you can't get me, sorry.
Whoa.
And I was like, why?
Whoa.
Why? We can't service everybody. So why wouldn't I tell you to go see Todd or Clay or Jenise if they were one of the best spray tan artists too? Why would I hate on that? Because other artists send me tele people too. So everybody that sent me people, thank you. I appreciate it. I will keep sending the love back. The energy is mutual. Always. Even if you don't like me and you talk shit about me and you fucking report me. 'Cause I get reported. It's all good.
Right.
It's not about the number count. It's about showing up and being consistent. And my clients know, my friends, my homies, my real true dye clients that stuck with me through COVID. Like, I had girls that did not get their lashes or spray tans for almost 3 years or 2.5 years until I came back. That was like,
That's loyalty.
yo, go see homegirl. She's taking clients. She's like, no, I can't. I'm like, I'm not going to feel weird. Like, I get it. Like, I'm loyal to my nail tech and my hair girl, but things happen, you know? Nope, I'm not going, Lisa. And I was like, okay. So I came back at the tail end of 2021, and I didn't know I was gone for, you know, all of COVID. And so I didn't know what was going to happen. And my clients came right back like they never left. They're like, yo, what's been going on for 2.5 years? Where you been? We picked up right after like where we were at. How's it going? Good. How's it going? Let's go back to lashing.
Where were you for the 2.5 years?
At home, taking care of my family. Prioritizing family first. Couldn't be around anybody. COVID was the unknown for us, like the whole world. And my youngest daughter, you know, having a transplant, which I talked about at the women's event, COVID was scary as shit for us. Transplant family is totally different. So we were, you know, incognito.
Wow.
And I will be completely honest with you. I didn't think I was going to see the beauty industry anymore.
Wow.
I wasn't going to see clients anymore. And that scared the shit out of me. As you could tell, I'm a talkative person. I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't physically see and touch people. It was hard. Hard. And then I was like, hated the internet. Hated all the politics that got involved on social media. It was no longer fun. I create content. I create beautiful things, like put disco balls and like glitter stuff everywhere, right? I couldn't do that. So there was no outlet.
Whoa.
So I was like, shit, like, how can we get creative during COVID and still like feel like we're in the industry? And so we picked up YouTube really hard. And then me and my husband collaborated and we're like, yo, we're going to do this. We're going to do this together. We can't work out with outside vendors because of our daughter. You know, we don't know people's germs, vaccination, all that stuff. So we did it together and we created a space where we both have outlets and we created photo shoots. Like, I love content creation. If I can content create every day, I would content create every day, every single day.
What's that like working so closely with your husband? And not being able to establish good boundaries.
Oh, it's amazing because we can like fucking fight and then we're going to like love harder later.
Gotcha.
He's like sitting, he's drinking, like not going to comment on this.
Tonight, that's it. We're done. We're on camera right now. But it's how tight is it, the fact that your significant other gets to see this? Because he didn't get to see this before. And now he gets to see it. And like, this is part of, like, this is our business as a family together. Like, I can't wait for the girls to be sitting there next to me, like directing it. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want my daughters to just like murder this shit. So I have to be the best role model as possible for them. I cannot rely on YouTube or TikTok or some influencer. Like, I don't hate that word. I don't. Like I said, shouldn't we all just be kind and nice and like stay in our lane? And if you don't agree with someone's politics, like, don't worry about it. Like, growing up, you don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. Like, grandpa told you that. Never talk about, you'll never agree on that stuff.
Right.
So we kind of keep that out of the way. Keep it lighthearted.
It seems like, so I don't know how you guys think of marriage and divorce, but like you guys, when you're married, it's like there's no outs. You're now in a business together. There's no outs.
No outs.
And that, I think the fact that you prioritize family allows you guys to be like, we're all in.
Yeah, we work hard, but we play harder. Meaning like we love life, we love what we do, but we know like the goal is to be like just farm, land, animals, running around barefooted on our pasture, and just like family. You guys all come over and let's just hang out. This is a safe place. Don't worry about it. I want your daughter to run around and be a kid. Don't worry about the social pressures, or just be a girl.
Yeah. So what needs to happen for your business in order for that future to happen?
Oh, yeah. But I am very intentional with my prayer and like leading that to that point. When he is ready for us to have that, we will have it. It took me this long to get my own studio. Like, and so like, again, like being 35, I feel, I was just telling my client this, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. At 35,
love it.
2 kids and a husband and a business. Yeah.
Killing
I
it.
feel like the sexiest, I feel fucking amazing right now. Like, yo, we just started. Hold up. We just started. We haven't even tapped into the shit yet. We're just now beginning.
So you're in that kind of like honeymoon phase of your business a little bit, even though you've been doing this for 17 years.
I'll never get out of the honeymoon phase with my business.
I can tell. Yeah. But that's like,
you have to love what you do.
I mean, you say that, everyone says that.
No, you do.
Yeah, but I don't think you realize, like, maybe you do. I shouldn't say that. Everything about you is so rare. And you're absolutely, because I talk to people across a multitude of different business types. Like it runs the gamut. Is it always
transactional?
I try to make it as the least transactional as possible. I really do, because like if I'm going to work with you, it's because I fuck with you and I want to see you do well. And that's not always scalable or sustainable. And realizing that for myself has been a journey to get to that point as well, to be like, this is not scalable on paper, but fuck it. I love picking up the phone for 99% of the clients that I have on the list. Yeah. And that 1% is not because I dislike them as much as it's like, our energies don't align.
Exactly.
You know, like
energies,
you said.
Yeah.
But I think that for the people that I've talked to, especially in your space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fake motherfuckers out there.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I mean,
line them up.
You know, right? And so it is so incredibly rare, but it's also super, super refreshing to be able to sit across and be able to absorb some of this vibe.
I don't know if I know why it's rare. I've never looked for somebody that was going to make, like, I don't know, like, I guess in the industry, I wasn't like looking like the person that's different, because I always knew I stood out differently. So when I accepted the fact that I'm not going to find that mentor or that girl that everyone can look up to and that's like the model person, right? So I became that, because I want everyone to kind of, I don't want to say mimic what I'm doing, but like just be fucking nice, be kind, have morals, like just, like, come on.
Right.
Just be genuine, be humble. And really, I know you say, like, everyone says you have to love what you do, but you do.
Right.
Yeah. But when I think of like service business, I think the word that people would use, whether it's the competition is one deterrent.
Got to get over that.
2 is the clients.
Your clients are going to find you.
Yeah. But there is a lot of people, like whatever service industry you're in, whatever, whether it's a restaurant or beauty, there are some really clients that could turn you off from it, because that's your lifeblood, is being able to relate to people, and not everyone relates to people.
The bad comments and negative people are the loudest people, even if it's just one.
Like I have
they
friends
will tear
who
your
have
shit
a
down.
restaurant,
yeah,
and they have 4 stars. They have 4.5 stars, but they'll be
that
like,
one
this
comment.
one person ate all their food, licked their plate, and then left our left a bad Yelp review, and then they hyper focus on that, and I'm like, why? Like, you guys have a great restaurant. You have all these customers who love you, and yet you're going to tell me for 20 minutes about this one person on Yelp.
Because you want to service everybody, and you want to have the perfect client leave the perfect review. But reality is, me and you not everybody's going to like you, which is okay.
You can't control that.
You can't control that. And at the end of the day, like, respectfully, like, are they paying your bills? Are they feeding your kids? Like, are they the ones dealing with the business at home? Like, do they really even know? No. So then you have no idea. That chow mein was the fucking best ever. I'm sure it was. Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I always say that because that's my favorite food and that's what I want after this. I had it earlier today. I was mad because it wasn't good. But I just like the fact that people, it's really how they feel, then that's really how they feel. That's just maybe they're like not having a good time in their life, so they just feel like, fuck this restaurant, I'm gonna leave a shitty review.
Oh,
but reality, you probably had to fight with your partner, your girlfriend or something, and now the food tastes shitty because that was a shitty moment you were with her, and now you're like, screw it, it's because of the restaurant, when nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's usually what happens.
Oh yeah.
Usually what happens. You know what I mean? But the reason I'm going to bring this back up is because like we all know each other in some way without knowing each other, made this shit even more relaxed. I would have been the same way if I didn't know if you guys know each other, but it just even makes that even like, wow. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, good people find good people, even if it's, I haven't seen Jackie in how long? Shit, 15 years?
Right.
50. Whoa.
More than that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been being busy, being a mom and a wife and life and doing other stuff. So life happens, right? But now we're all back here again. And I know you got to hear me speak at Alpha
Woman Lead. And then you were one of the vendors that I hosted at our skincare wellness fair in
which
Sacramento.
was before COVID, like in 2018.
2018, yeah.
2018.
Because I had your number in my phone actually still.
And now look at us, fast forward, we're here.
Yeah.
And you are thriving in not that business anymore, but into something greater than this. And now we're getting to sit down and talk about that event that you put on that was killer in 2018. But this shit's even doper.
It is. This is more of where my heart is.
Exactly.
But that leads me to the question that we ask everybody is like, how would you define a hustler? And do you define yourself as a hustler?
Ooh. You gotta... What do I define as a hustler?
What's a hustler to you?
Somebody that is true and authentic to what they find makes them happy, if that makes sense. So even though you may have to be a janitor to be the CEO to get into that building, you got to start somewhere. So you got to be super passionate. So you're going to be the best janitor, and you're going to work your ass up until you're cleaning the CEO's garbage can in the CEO's fucking desk. And then you sit there and you vision it and you keep working at it and then you become it. So I feel like when that happens, when you get in the position and you get on stage and you get a taste of that crowd, you get in, you get your first spray tan and you got your first good review, or you just did your first wedding and the bride was like, yo, you're like, oh shit, this is like addicting. Okay, I'm going to keep doing it. So I tell everybody, like, just be really good at with what you do. And if being that good at, when you're that good at what you do, that will lead to what you eventually will make all this happen. So I had to be really good with myself, my confidence and security in the beauty industry. I had to find where I fit in, and I didn't fit in a lot of places. And then I became really good at that. And then I became, boom, now I'm an educator. Then boom, now I can go to other schools and teach other women that. So defining as a hustler, you just gotta be really good at what you do. You gotta love with what you do. You have to have passion and consistency. I'm talking about showing up every day, even when it's like, I'm not making money.
Not yet.
Not yet. But watch, somebody will see you, somebody will hear you, somebody will eavesdrop and say, you know that one girl, Lisa? Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And then you'll get there. What was the second part of the question?
Do you consider yourself a hustler?
I don't.
It's so wild because I feel like you just defined yourself to the T.
This is like, again, like, respectfully, like this generation, they have no drive. Like, what is driving you guys? What drove me was the fact that I love feeling good. I like looking good. How can I make this a thing for everybody else? Because I don't want to say everybody likes to look good. You don't always have to have makeup on to look good, right? But how can I make this into a service business that could help my family. And that was just me being real, authentic, and showing up as me and doing what I love, and then sharing it on social media, which I love social media for that part of being able to like showcase me, because I don't have a stage to perform on anymore. So I built my own. This is my stage. This is my stage. So I'm building it now. We have the platform. Y'all have the foundation. We're here. I just performed. That is what I define as what I'm doing now and how I got here.
But not a hustler.
No. I not because I don't agree with that word. I just
You cannot agree with. I think it's funny when people don't agree.
When you guys love with what you do, like that is like your passion. It's not a job. Like it's, if you like collecting cards, be the best collecting card person, and you content that shit and you make everyone believe like I'm gonna collect cards. I don't even fucking like cards, but I'm gonna collect cards because that person has showed me collecting cards is good. It makes you feel good. It looks good.
Passion is contagious.
Passion is contagious. The energy is contagious. Smiling every day is huge. Hey, how are you? People walk by and they're like, excuse me?
I mean, my cousins from the Bay, when they came to Elk Grove, they were a little bit like, why is people waving at me?
Like
you're
neighbors,
one of those people.
yeah,
the wave.
grew up knowing all my neighbors, hung out with them, like they're family. My neighbors, which we all salons in here, even though we all may do the same service, there's no one like me and there's no one like her. So there's no competition. Hey, how are you? Hope you have a great day. Hope everything's good. Hope your guys' client's good. Woo, woo, woo. Cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's this girl on? She fucking high right now? Like, no, I'm sober right now. And I'm just appreciative, one, waking up today. So gratitude, thanking God, thanking for seeing another day. How can I make this day impressionable for my family, my kids, but also for everybody else too? We only got one life to live, yo. What are you leaving back? Yeah.
So what is the next stage for you? What is the next performance?
I love podcasts. I love YouTube. Like YouTube, the first thing that we turn on and the last thing we turn off. Yeah, we love YouTube. I love being able to see videos of people being real. Now there's a difference of like watching fake clickbait content and like, you know, all that shit. But this is real. Like, I mean, this, if it affects one person, cool. If there's 1,000, awesome. If not, it's cool. We affected one person. So next, I think I like this the most.
You do this already, right? You have your guys' own podcast.
I talk to myself daily. Yeah. Seriously.
What's the podcast called?
Lisa talking to herself and answering herself, so she's crazy. No,
it's a long title. We should workshop that a little.
Yeah, no, I don't have one. We don't have one.
You don't have a podcast?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
we talk. I talk all the time.
When
I got views in high school. I mean, in elementary school.
When you were talking earlier,
I'm satisfactory for talking so much.
This is me just brainstorming. I was like thinking about like the content beyond like because I've seen your content, it's like the photo shoots and the vibe, and you really.
What do you think about that?
I think it's good, but for someone who is like scared of spray tans and getting naked, I wasn't sold until I came here today and was like, oh, I could get a spray tan.
What made you not sold?
Because boobs.
Because all you see is boobs?
Yeah, all I see is boobs. See? I ain't got boobs.
I got to change that because, damn, that's not what it is. But respectfully, there's been a change in the content that I'm shooting because social media doesn't like real skin. So when I was showing the moms the stretch marks, when I was showing off the maybe not the size 2 or 4, and I was showing the size 12, 16, 18,
it's not aesthetic.
Women were pissed off that I was like almost like body shaming. And I was like, what? And TikTok kicked me off. So F them. Don't like them. YouTube, you know, we're still slowly on there. But Instagram stories, I was like, why are people pissed off that not everybody has like the biggest ass and the biggest lips and biggest boobs? Like, and so unfortunately, that's what Instagram likes.
It's okay.
But on the other ones, they didn't like that real shit. They kicked it. They reported it.
But the idea I have for you is like what you just did right here. And just
are you ready to get naked? Let's do this now.
Let's get
naked.
Get out. It's called no, like your podcast is like let's get naked, and you just give motivational advice or like things that are on your heart, and you just talk to people for like 5 to 10 minutes or even 1 minute, and because like even though I think he's gonna get a spray tan. I think you're gonna get a spray tan.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm probably
'Cause
just
he just
gonna get a
needs-
whole membership.
He's easily sold, but we just, the first half of this, we were like, oh, you just hit us hard. Like, you just dropped like game about like how people should approach their business
And life.
that it comes together. Life and business is together.
Always.
But there's parts where you separate it. And then 2, we just thought about everything that we've ever done in our lives and why we're doing it and how do we do it better. And if she's coming with this kind of energy, and I'm not in the beauty industry, but like, how do we bring that energy to what we're doing right now?
Right.
Isn't that why this interview is happening?
Yes. We just love people like you. We love uncovering why people like you work, why people you like.
But if I didn't touch you when you didn't touch me, we didn't do the job.
Yeah.
So did I
Yeah, you
that's
changed my
your,
life.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home today.
Like,
and
even
think
though
about
I didn't
this.
spray tan you, like I hate to say it, I don't want to say I serviced you, but I just like, this
You
is just
served
me
me.
in the most respectful way, right?
Yeah.
100%.
And then you guys served me by just this, like, this shit's motivating. Like, okay, I want to do this. So we both just did what we both were supposed to do, and we're energy and aligned to do what we were supposed to be at this moment, at this time right now. This is exactly where you're supposed. I am telling you, like, this is, y'all need to be doing this for everybody. This is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You will.
I don't want to do it for everybody.
I mean, for everybody, as in like
I want to do it
people that-
for
For everybody-
everybody that I can match the energy with.
doing it for everybody, the ones that are watching that don't think that they can be in this chair.
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The ones
I'm not
that are-
that special.
that's
Anyone
what-
could come sit on this side.
But it is this is very intimidating. You guys, this is very intimidating, right? Yes, it is. I'm telling you from a person, this is intimidating because I don't know what's going to be asked. Nothing is off or on limits. This is flowing.
game, yeah.
Free game. That's intimidating for people. Oh, you want me to be vulnerable?
Yeah,
You're
please.
putting you're going to put the camera on me, right? You're going to put no, fuck that. Let's talk about real shit. What do you want to know? This is really what it is. So this is very motivating for people, but also intimidating in the good way.
Right.
People are like, you're so intimidating, Lisa. And I'm like, why? How? Like, dude,
Confidence is intimidating.
it is. Everybody should be feeling that way about everything that they do. Because if you don't, then I don't know if that's what you should be doing. Maybe try something else. You should be a little nervous, a little like, oh shit.
So no,
I don't like rides, but this is my ride. I don't like rides.
this is your roller coaster.
This is my roller coaster right here. Why? Because anything can come.
Right.
I hope and pray that this is all positive, and I feel like this is, because all this energy is great, and what you guys stand for, I totally respect it. I love what you guys are doing in Sacramento for women and businesses and all businesses, right? This being co-ed, I've never been interviewed by a man, so this is the first time for me.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love the
that.
balance.
It's an honor.
I also like the fact that this all worked out again from just small world.
yeah.
Very
That
small.
it makes it even more like, this is a piece of cake.
Very serendipitous. Very serendipitous. And
Yeah.
thank you so much. Where can
Thank you.
people get in touch with you? Reach out to you? What drop your handles, anything you want to plug, please look in the camera. And let
Okay,
people know.
so Instagram, it's at beauty by Lisa _Leticia. On YouTube, it's by Lisa Leticia. You could email me, you can DM me, message me, book an appointment, come inside the studio, see what it's like. I know for the ones that are listening and maybe not watching, I am in Elk Grove, California, Northern California, but we are mobile. So we do bridal spray tans, bridal makeup, classes and courses all over. We just got our passports, so we're now international.
Love that.
Yes. Which is, it's huge. Like, we're taking this to the next level. What is the next level? Like what you asked me, like, I don't know, but it's coming.
But you're ready
it's
for it.
coming. We're doing it, man. We're all here. Like this setup that we have right now, I only dreamed about watching it on YouTube, and like you bring it into my studio, make shit real. Like, okay, this is realistic. Like this is reality. We can do this. We don't have to just pretend like you have to go to LA for this, and you have to be 100,000 followers, and you have to be in the industry and somebody. And no, like, I'm from Elk Grove. I'm from a small town, born and raised in this town. I love it. I'm right here. I represent Sacramento, Elk Grove so fucking hard. I love my businesses. I love everyone around me. I like people like this.
Right.
Good energy, authentic, real, natural, just chill energy. There's no transactionals going on. And you know that industry is like this. You guys know it's not like that. And I was reassured by it, by just how we all knew each other and how it all kind of came back. And so that was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I appreciate this this moment, and I'm so grateful for having all of us here and letting my significant other be a part of this and hear this too, because it means a lot. We've worked really hard to be here.
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
and I know
we can't
you guys
wait to
are too.
come back, and we're gonna have to do a
We're gonna do
follow-up episode, like at least once a year, just to
think
check
so.
in and also
Okay.
give people a booster shot of this
Yeah.
positivity.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. And I hope everybody feels the same way when it comes to whatever you're doing. If you have a stamp collection, if you're starting your business, if you're thinking about starting a business, like do your research, find your community. And even if it's you being the first person in your community, do that shit. I was the first one showing up to my community, building my community. I don't want to say it was the first Latina, but I will say, like, walking into a spray tan convention, there was not too many that looked like me. So I was like trying to find like who looks like me so I can pair up with. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to be my own person and then build my own community. Even if it's just me, my kids, and my husband. We're about to be a badass community. Everyone's going to want to have a home in our community. And it just multiplied. And now we're here, and we're doing exactly what we love and what we envision ourselves doing. And that's just serving people. And that's just like having great conversations with real people. I can't wait to go do this off air and hang out with you guys later.
Awesome.
Amazing.
We're going to have fun.
Well, sign us up for the
Awesome.
compound. We're looking forward to the next one.
Commune.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Bye, guys.
Yay.